Girlfriend. That shit hit it. That was like 2001.
Yeah.
That's that whole time frame. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
you right. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and that shit was slapping. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
But she had.
Yeah. You're right.
She had like one.
Shit.
She was a bigger star than the other.
Yeah, because she had Clyde behind her.
Yeah,
and she had a traditional R&B side and a neo soul side.
Yep.
And it was like she straddled.
She had the machine behind her. Like once Clyde stamped her, like, that was it.
Yeah.
And I think you hit it though, CME, right? And I think it's that point of the machine, right?
Yeah, like you had to stamp of the machine.
You need
like
us.
Nobody else. Yeah, right. And now the machine has changed. You know what I mean? Like the machine has changed because times have changed. And so just like it makes it.
Yep.
It's easier to get your music out, but it makes it harder to stand out.
Right, and let alone, or per se, to get what we want out. You know what I mean? Or if anything, it feels like we're gonna get your shit out, but we're gonna get what we want to get out about your shit out. Right? You know what I mean? To just, like we said, I'm not trying to say there's lack of dope singers. We've seen shit to where there's what was the type shows, like we ain't gonna say a show name, but where they be singing this shit and competing. It's a lot of dope singers out there, dope artists where you're like, you're crazy. Why aren't you out here where we're hearing certain shit where we're like, but you on the radio? Damn, okay. So, I don't know, man. I think, like you said, it just depends on the machine. But I don't know. I think we just keep pressing. So, R&B its roots are there. You know what I'm saying? We need somebody to water the plant. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's hard to say. It's hard because it's like I keep saying, it's not like, when I say R&B is dead, it's a generalization, and people start getting up in arms, like, wait, but and especially if you make R&B music, you're gonna be like, R&B ain't dead. I'm making R&B music.
Yes,
no, yeah,
I have R&B.
It's like, but if you're, Anderson .Paak is like the anomaly. Like he got through. He got through
the Jimi Hendrix
with a lot of soul.
Yeah,
like he got through the gates or whatever. Mm-hmm. But there's more artists like that. Yeah. And it's not like a resurgence. It's not like a let's blow off the doors. Let's all start sing if we can carry a tune and play with a live band.
No.
And you know what I mean? Like
no, and that's what we were saying.
Like he's an anomaly. Yeah. He's like and he shouldn't be. Is what I'm saying.
Exactly. Because
he wouldn't have been in the previous generation.
And that's what we were saying to one of your favorite arguments. Like,
so I always say R&B is dead, even though Anderson .Paak is killing R&B.
Thank you.
And you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you also saying
he's direct competition is who? Polished up Bruno Mars?
Yeah.
That's not R&B.
No.
That's pop music.
Yeah. Facts. Man, I would say pop playing funk.
Hey,
but when I say pop playing funk, I'm talking about what's your boy?
I don't know because it'd be like
some of it's funky.
That's some old Mark Ronson, and that's what I'm saying. Pop funk.
Some of it's funky.
That's what I'm saying. Pop funk, but I wouldn't call it R&B.
I would not call that R&B.
I'm not saying Bruno can't do R&B.
Would you call Whitney Houston R&B?
Ooh. Well, okay, so
go ahead,
and we had this conversation before because we know that
what is she the queen of?
She's the queen of R&B.
Really? Oh,
wait. Who's the queen? Wait.
I thought.
No, Whitney Houston is not the queen of R&B. Mary J is the queen of R&B.
No, Mary J is the queen of
hip hop soul. Hip hop and R&B, wasn't it? Hip hop and R&B.
They specifically made a new lane for her called hip hop soul, and she's the queen of it. And she has babies too.
People say Whitney was the queen of pop. Shout out, I love him.
Okay, so.
What comments say?
She should call her baby.
Eyes on the prize, eyes on the thighs of Mary J. Blige. Just think of how good the cat must be.
But and
shout out, Con.
And Mary J. Blige married hip hop with R&B in such a way that R&B didn't overshadow.
Wait, no, the queen of R&B.
Because there was that balance. There was some good balances. There was a good moment
where she's the queen of hip hop soul. I literally just watched that documentary.
No.
Whitney Houston is the queen of pop. I thought.
You think Whitney?
I know Michael Jackson is the king of pop.
Oh, Madonna. You might be right.
I think Madonna.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You might be. I'm
okay,
sorry.
so
I'm just
all right.
We get off.
We had the conversation.
We're off the rails.
We had a conversation about Whitney Houston getting booed at the Soul Train Awards.
Yeah,
she got booed at the Soul Train Awards in like 1990 or like 89 or something like that, and that's when she got with Bobby Brown because he was consoling her at the Soul Train Awards, and it's because songs like How Will I Know and her first other couple songs were real poppy.
And people dance with somebody.
I want to dance with somebody, and people were hating on her because she wasn't playing the black role
to our crowd,
and she wasn't playing up to our crowd.
She wanted the popular,
and so they was treating her like Flo Rida, like. Am I right?
Niggas really was hating on her.
And they was hating because in the same breath, but in the same breath, Janet Jackson was getting love. When I Think of You is a pop song. Straight up and down.
Pause.
Like so how do you like one and not the other? Yeah. Like it's a black woman singing songs. Well, and anyway, she changed up her image and she got with Babyface and she dropped "I'm Your Baby Tonight" and she was accepted by the black crowd immediately, and she was hyped up to the black crowd all the way up until Waiting to Exhale, and you know, all and of course, I Will Always Love You in The Bodyguard. But that was a classic song. That was a pop song too. That wasn't really an R&B song. It was a ballad. But "I'm Your Baby Tonight" was the okay, let's get this on for real. And she did a whole staccato stack on there. When I can feel like I do anything. Like that shit was flames. Yeah. And technique wise, she was doing stuff that other singers couldn't do.
But point. Yeah. But we're from an era where motherfuckers had bars.
But I couldn't but
vocally.
And so we know that Whitney Houston had a up and down when it came to black acceptance. It went up until she passed. But there was a rough start because of her mass marketing appeal or whatever.
Yeah, and we'd also been abused by past artists, so you got to think like artists like rest in peace, rest in power, brother Marvin Gaye. Folks that were chasing that pop culture vote because nigga, you had the black audience who supported you, but you wanted that pop shit. Like, oh nigga, I gotta have this crossover money.
When did Marvin Gaye crossover like that?
He was trying to, and he felt like, oh, I'm not getting it. But like, bro, we were here for you the whole time, and not to say that.
I'm trying to figure out when it was because what's going on was like, not only it was a crossover. It was almost like world music because it was telling the story of everything. It got incredibly popular, but it was really a sad song about sad state of affairs of who's in power and the structure and stuff like that. And then Stevie Wonder said that album was what inspired him to make albums that had like a storyline to them.
Marvin is the guy.
So you wouldn't have got Songs in the Key of Life if you didn't have What's Going On.
Always. And man, yeah.
And I'm just trying to figure out because I know he did Sexual Healing, which was kind of an attempt to cross over. It wasn't really a deep song per se, but it wasn't like he did something wrong.
No, and definitely not what I'm saying.
Really?
Not what I'm saying. I'm just saying possibly because of which, where I'm saying, and this is not like that. I got to read the little book, so I felt good about it. You know what I'm saying? But just saying in his attempts, and at the moment I can't remember which tracks it was, but I'm thinking at the same time they would discuss this attempt again to get to that popular crossover and leave the black out. Not leave, where would you go? We're still going to support. But there's always that feeling like, hey, what you doing? But I also don't understand the bad. I don't understand where it lies, but I'm just saying I get your connection you just made to where I'm thinking maybe it's situations like that to where it felt like, oh, you trying to do that shit to us too.
So was he trying to do... I guess.
And I'm with you. I don't really understand the dynamics of how it works, but I think it's just one of those situations where you feel like maybe, especially for our audience, where it feels like, why aren't we big enough? Why aren't we enough for you? You know what I'm saying? Like, why is there a crossover situation? You know and
even if you watch the old school Temptations movie, Paul was the one who had the problem crossing over. Yeah. They were like, you're gonna do Burt Bacharach and all these old school songs because we're trying to be the biggest group. They were like, you're the biggest black group, and he was like, what's wrong with that?
Exactly.
And they tried to push them beyond that. But in hindsight, it's funny because the Temptations made all of those oldies theirs. Yeah. And those songs don't sound like crossover songs to me.
I agree with that. It sounds like a Temptation.
Now, you listen to a song from the 60s and they were hating on it, but it's like a masterpiece because you didn't put yourself in a box, my nigga. Don't put yourself in a box.
Can't be mad. Yeah.
Try it.
Nah, I feel it.
There were those like, and that was something that they actually spoke on, like the protest songs, with the need to feel, you know, to make music for us. You know what I mean? Because like one of the thing is like what Gordy had, you know, his whole thing was it's like, okay, well, white people buy it. Like I don't give a fuck about, you know what I'm saying, us. I give a fuck if the white people buy it, because the white people buy it, you know what I'm saying, we make money. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he's the one that actually developed the modern days, you know, the old system by going down, paying the record stations and like, you know, building like the big record label brand, and a lot of labels copied, you know, his formula. But, you know, that protest music, was a need it was like a need for black people to feel connected. Yeah. And like it was a need for them to make music that counted for us, as opposed to, you know what I'm saying, like what they've been were popular for. And like that's the thing that I loved about that particular time period. Like they're like, look, we're not gonna worry about how long it takes to make it to make this particular song. The song's gonna be 14 minutes. Fuck it. Yeah. We're just gonna go because it feels good, and we're trying to make a statement, and we're trying to give some people some art. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta remember, like these motherfuckers are going from songs limits that was like a minute and 83 seconds. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
And the album was like one track.
And the album, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like you had albums that was like 5 songs deep, but all the songs was like 3, you know, 2 minutes, 1 minute. Yeah. And so by the time that the late 60s and the 70s rolled around, like you had these black artists that were really just going out of the way to really express and connect themselves, and the singing was incredible. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I think that's also something that is not as prominent as today. People really trying to make music for the culture. You know what I mean? Like for black folks. You know what I mean? Word. And like a lot of singers came out of that particular area. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like that really were able to define themselves. Like. You know, Aretha Franklin. You know what I mean? Like she had a bunch of songs that were within that time period.
Women's movement, all of
like,
that.
You know what I mean? That like people like they were looked at as pop, but they were actually, you know what I'm saying, culture songs.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
No,
and to where she was up there, you know, blowing her head off. You know what I mean? And it's like right now, you know, if you were to look at, you know, our pop R&B stars, you have like a Rihanna. I love Rihanna. You know what I mean?
I'm not mad at Riri.
Riri, and you have your Beyonce. But Beyonce, you know, I give her kudos because as of the late past 5 years, she's been going ham for us. You know what I mean? Like she's been making music. It's like look, I know where I'm at right now, and because I am where I'm at, I'm gonna make sure that y'all niggas, you know,
I got you.
Feel.
I had to do some me shit for a while.
Yeah, you know what I mean? That's right.
You're totally right.
And you can tell when a person speaking. That's a perfect example. You can tell when an artist is singing for the money or rapping for the money, whatever. Like you can tell when a song is like a hit single. You can tell when J. Cole was doing it. You can tell when he had them songs with Miguel and all that, and some of those songs banged. And
I think he wasn't going off,
but they weren't really true to his, you know, form of the art. And so when he shed the industry stuff and started being himself, the music got better because he was doing it for the craft. It wasn't this chart-topping single that we know. We'll get Miguel to sing the hook, and you know what I mean, like and Some people put together a really good package. Jay-Z, again, is one of them. He'll put together a good package and drop some good singles. And he'll have some album cuts that are deeper than you thought they'd be. Yeah. Because he knew how to market the album.
Yep. And that's,
But then there's people who don't have no script. And they're all about the artistry. And that shit is refreshing. Anderson .Paak is one of them.
I agree.
Like his particular song, except Tent. That song Tent sounds like a single. But
I gotta look it up.
Yeah, it's a song about getting your windows tinted, having your windows tinted.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
But that song sounds like a single.
Yeah.
Like for the radio. Yeah. But for the most part, up until now, dude's been dropping what he feels like is bomb ass music. and staying true to what he felt like his craft is.
And I think that's one of the beauties, though, right? Of now, you know what I mean? To where it's like, damn, to where we came to that, cool. Fuck the gatekeepers.
And that's one thing that I actually appreciate about Kendrick, for me. You know, like, I know we're getting way off the topic.
I hate that shit.
But that's one thing that I actually appreciate about him, because it's the same thing that you said about, you know, him and Cole. Like he never switched up. Like, no matter how big he got, and he got as big as he did doing him, and he never switched up on nobody. Like, the music that he was making, you know what I'm saying, from the ghetto-y streets, is the same music that he's making today, and he's always looking at ways to invent himself, even if you don't get it. He doesn't give a fuck about it, and it still sells. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, that's who he is, and like, cause you respect, like you know, like, there's some shit that you go back to where you listen to him, and it's just like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Because there's so much. He says so much shit. It's ridiculous. It's just like, bruh, like I man.
Nah, hell yeah.
That's my dude.
And we need those. We need those. We need those. You don't need no pause. We got you. But we need those artists to where, like you say, the fuck yous and that are really about it and really give us that.
Yeah, like, it's like the people that own their selves. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's like you own your blackness
and drive the culture.
Like, you drive, once you do that, you drive the culture. And like and that was the thing, you know, about R&B. Like, you know, like, say what you will, but they was owning the shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just like they weren't worried about making records
hip hop is a defiant culture.
Well,
and hip hop is one of the reasons why you have to kind of stay true to yourself, is to keep it real. You know what I mean? Environment. R&B is not the same thing, because R&B, a lot of times you hear, like, let's just say like a David Ruffin, troubled figure who's really a pimp/drug addict, singing about this like perfect love scene or whatever. And you know he didn't write the song. You know he didn't. It was like how well he could convey it. You know what I mean? R&B always had a little behind the curtain, if it makes any sense. There was always there was always the real person, and then there was the crooner. There was the Keith Sweat, like, or whatever. You feel me? Like. Even though Keith Sweat can't traditionally sing, he has a
that's like keep it real.
But he has a obvious stage persona, and it's really obvious you don't know shit about him in real life. And hip hop is not like that. Hip hop, you're supposed to be yourself, and I'm supposed to kind of get to know you through your music. And so that's the difference. Like, only a Kendrick Lamar or somebody like that could do that. Anderson did it, but you know, let's just say, and shout out to Nicholas F, because Nicholas F is himself, and there's a few other artists doing that, but there's other people who it didn't really work for, like Lupe. Lupe Fiasco. Lupe Fiasco is Kendrick Lamar.
Okay, I didn't want to say it.
Same recipe, same guy.
I was going to agree, actually.
It's double and triple entendres. It's stuff that goes over your head, stuff that you have to listen 2 or 3 times to even get sometimes. And complex music that's outside of the box and very spacey, inspired with different voices and stuff like that.
Manuals.
And
I would say he's older now.
Kendrick doesn't do as many. I didn't even get it kind of bars. Facts. It's less astrophysical.
No, facts. And that's what makes it the star shit, right?
Yeah, but and even though Lupe has a cult fan base in a way,
yeah, that I agree with for sure.
He's not in the spot where he kind of deserves to be.
Oh, I won't argue that.
And he doesn't have the popularity that Kendrick Lamar has.
Lupe fucked himself.
Yeah, how would you say, Sam? What you thinking?
Like, I think where he fucked himself at was that he, you know, after Superstar, right? I hated that song. I hated that song.
Yeah, that shit was Watch the Lasers album.
But, right, you know what I'm saying? It's like Lasers was
studio album.
That was a studio album, dog. And it's just like you don't go from doing what you've done to doing that. And you know what I'm saying, and like because once you do a Lasers or songs like that, it's like that's it. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas ain't gonna be come back and check for you like that. Yeah, you done split your shit.
Can't even argue that.
But Will Smith, perfect example. Niggas used to bump Johnny Jack to the Fresh Prince, right? Right? Let's right? Like when Summertime came out, niggas was regular niggas was fucking with it. Right? But once he decided to go, you know what I'm saying?
Get jiggy.
We'll also say, I will also say, my man, that there was. Will Smith is an anomaly. He's not comparable to anybody else.
I'm one of the Lupe Cult fans. Go ahead.
But he's a movie star, and he's much more well known for that, being a TV and movie star, and that's what made his career so successful. Because Will Smith, as the Fresh Prince, would not have survived. No way. Because Summertime. Everybody knows that song.
Oh, we got you.
Name another song. Name another song. Name another song.
Parents just don't understand.
Cruising.
You saw my blinker, bitch?
No. Okay.
Nightmare on My Street.
Okay, no.
Killing it.
Okay, so so you're doing the music. You're doing the music nerd thing.
That's all we got to do.
That's all. And trying to name the songs that were on the album. But I will say the other most popular song that you would have heard was "You Saw My Blinker, Bitch," and nobody can really recite or know that song outside of a super hip hop fans.
No, but he had Parents Just Don't Understand. That was a big hit.
Parents Just Don't Understand was before Summertime.
Yeah, but it was a big hit. But that's my point.
But dude didn't have longevity. The album wasn't a classic. He had Summertime.
And even he said
he had Summertime, and that was it. He had one classic song, and it was mainly because of the sample.
But he got.
I'm gonna tell you like this.
Okay.
Dude wouldn't have survived as a rapper, and especially
and
we know this because the last single that he actually dropped before he completely gave it up was "Boom Shake the Room," and that was a terrible attempt at trying to be like LL Cool J or trying to be a little more hardcore because the West Coast was taking off. "Boom Shake Shake the Room" was some bullshit, and we know that.
Right.
And I'm sure he would admit that.
Yeah.
So. It's really a moot point to say he would have been a big rap star.
Hell yeah.
No, that nigga was gonna be a movie star.
He accepted it,
Yeah, and he got in through rap.
I would have to disagree.
Yeah. Do you think he would have blew up and been Jay-Z?
I'm not saying that he would have blew up, but the thing is, it was his rap career that actually got him on the Fresh Prince.
Fact.
You know what I'm saying? Because
I just said that through rap.
But he was.
And that's
what I'm saying. He had to be, in order for him to get there, he had to be a successful rapper.
So he had that one success.
He had
He had. Okay.
Look. No, so he.
Okay. All right.
He was. I would say I agree. He was getting Pac money before Pac.
That's like me saying. He could rap. He had a great song, "Summertime."
Yeah.
He didn't have a great or classic album.
Yeah.
This is all facts.
What are you talking about, man? Like, okay.
And all I'm saying is this: we had, and he was at the age limit. He was at the borderline. But like LL Cool J survived for a really long time compared to his peers, Big Daddy Kane and all that.
That age limit where you got to be succeeding to keep going.
And we know Illmatic was the kickoff. Nas kicked it off to a new style, much more complex style of rapping. Before that, Kane and them was busting, but it sounded a lot more, mechanical, if you will. Like it wasn't. I
love Kane.
Rakim had a conversational flow. Yeah. And Rakim is the father of Nas.
Yeah.
But let's be real.
Nas
stepped it up a whole nother bar, and niggas had to reach that bar in order to compete.
Yeah.
And so we know Will Smith was at that age, that LL Cool J age, that like that My Name Is D Nice age.
Yeah.
That you know what I mean? Like the nigga wasn't gonna transition on into like keep it real Illmatic ass rap. Like that, like his style of rap wouldn't have even aged into the mid '90s. The nigga was it was the perfect like position. To have some musical success. Yeah. We agree, success. We have some musical success and use that to do some other shit. Act.
That diving.
He wouldn't have been a great artist for 10 more years. It wouldn't have happened. And niggas saying, "Oh my God," that.
I'm saying because it's just like
he was a successful actor.
But
he wouldn't have made another classic album, or he wouldn't have made any classic album.
I personally have to disagree.
That what? You disagree with what?
Because the reason why I personally disagree is
with what?
With him being
R&B is dead.
Without him, you know, being on the trajectory that he was. Like, I think that he might have been able to be a more successful rapper, because you got to think, like, you know, like they started back in '85. Right?
Okay.
Right? You know what I'm saying? And like, we talk about Jackie Jeff and the Fresh Prince, he's the DJ, I'm the... Like,
so
that
Boom Shake the Room was a hit?
Huh?
Boom Shake the Room was a hit?
But T.O.
It was a hit, but it was a pop hit, though.
Well, Devil's Advocate, real quick.
Because it's like, you know, like, we saw it play it on NBC, my nigga.
Yeah. I mean, and
that's because of the show.
And so did CNC Music Factory. But like something being a pop hit that was played by the machine doesn't necessarily mean that niggas was loving it. Well, people were clowning on Boom Shake the Room.
Well, you put it that way. Culturally, that's not debated.
He wasn't accepted culturally with
Boom Shake the Room. When you discuss it, I guess
we can agree.
So if we agree that he wasn't culturally accepted with Boom Shake the Room, and his new hardcore image wasn't being accepted properly, we can't then say he would have found more success doing that. The only way he was gonna stay in your face for 20 years was to be an actor. That nigga would have been Vanilla Ice.
Word.
Without acting.
So then to your point,
he would have had hits and then went away.
So then let me be your devil's advocate then. So then I think to your point too, even because I wanted to devil's advocate seeing me, but then now I think since you hit the ill reversal, I think we got to flip it to where it's funny. To your point, if one of you want to be like, well, nigga, what about? Pause, because I think to your point, it then became the acting then like diving board or whatever you call it.
Yeah.
Springboarded him into his rapping again when he had the jiggy with it and shit with the. Because at your point, he didn't have the
getting jiggy with it was a hit. Yes, it was.
But I'm saying to your point though, I don't think it was now because like remember I'm the rapper. Nah, I feel like you rode the acting wave towards like I remember I can do this again. Did you then jump back in? Like I think that carried him into that.
Okay, and you know what? Getting jiggy with it counts.
You're a cat. I'm not fucking with you.
I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say getting jiggy with it counts, and you know why? It's because he couldn't.
What about Men in Black?
Men in Black was not a rap song.
So I wanted to give you the post shit. So the post. So to your point,
Men in Black was not a rap song.
And I'm just saying, I think this is where really
he was rapping.
See, I think really where you had. But real quick, I think where you had seeing me pigeonholed because you made that good point with the shit and the hardcore. Because I think really that's where you got us with the asterisk. Like, well. Because the nigga then later came out with
that's
some
what I'm
shit
saying.
like
no, it's okay.
The Men in Black. No, pause. Hey, real quick. The Men in Black. He even had a dance. Actually, pause. I got to at least because if we're not going to
Men in Black does not count.
The soundtrack.
Okay, what about? Okay,
it was a soundtrack song.
What about?
For a movie.
What about Cowboys? The Wild Wild West.
That was the same thing.
That was 2000.
That was the same thing as Men in Black. It was a theme. It was a theme song for a movie he was in, and it was promoted. It promoted as such. Like without the acting career, that song wouldn't have been a hit. And so what? This is all I'm saying. Getting jiggy with it counts. I'm trying to give you
it's that separate rap album.
Like if you want the asterisks. Run with it, my nigga.
I'm giving it to you. You're right, though.
I'm giving you getting jiggy with it because it wasn't connected directly to a Hollywood film. And it wasn't a theme song for some shit. Men in Black and Wild Wild West is for kids.
And that's what
that was like. It was like.
And that's what
it was like the nigga. It was like the nigga Calloway who made "I Want to Be Rich." Lots and lots of money. I wanna fly. That nigga was part of like LTD or some soul group. He sold the fuck out. Just to make a pop song.
That's what I'm saying. Devil's advocate.
And I Wanna Be Rich was a hit, right?
Yeah.
But we don't respect Cuz. We don't respect dude like that. And Wild Wild West and Men in Black are the same recipe. Getting jiggy with it counts. And here's why. Because Boom Shake the Room. Because Boom Shake the Room was a dud, and it was like
I was really trying to get you to switch. Do you remember that shit?
Which one?
That was part of the movie though. That was part of the movie. Part of a movie though.
Was that in the movie too?
That was part of the movie. So like here's the thing. Like
but okay, so let me just say this.
Yeah.
So
you're a fool. This is why
Boom Shake the Room was a failed attempt at like Mama Said Knock You Out kind of angst and anger. And it didn't work. and Will Smith wasn't that character, and we didn't believe him, and it was a dud. And then so it was time to focus completely on the show, and be the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, not Will Smith and the Jazzy Jeff, not the Jazzy Jeff Fresh Prince character. So he had to fall back and survive the hardcore gully wave when Redman and Wu-Tang and all them niggas was out.
And he couldn't.
Nas and Jay and everybody, Biggie and all them. It just couldn't happen.
Well, cats like Hammer was getting ate up. Like,
bigger artists.
Thank you.
People who were part of a more positive image of hip-hop, and it was a little bit more rhythmically archaic.
Still. Yep.
They couldn't survive. And the Keep It Real era came in. And the West Coast, I hate... I hate the idea of what West Coast music represents. Like, there was no 5% gods, the earths, and peace and God, and you know what I mean? Like, maintain your mind frame, son. It was no kind of knowledge. West Coast was just all ignorance.
3 and 2 is 5, plus 2 more is 7. This guy reach a ritual.
But I was feeling that.
No, I went to
I like my hip hop with some substance.
Zulu anniversary.
I like my hip hop with some substance.
No, I did too.
But Will Smith had to survive the gully era, and he couldn't do it. So who opened the door for this nigga again? Puff Daddy. When Mo Money Mo Problems came out, and all of the Jiggy songs, because the Shiny Suit era, Jiggy era was Puff. Will Smith could eat off that plate. He could eat off that plate easy. Yeah. So he came out with Getting Jiggy with it, and that counts.
I can make that work. No,
you know what I mean. But longevity over a long period of time, like LL Cool J, nah,
never in the day.
Nah.
Well, I mean.
Nah, leaving and coming back is not longevity.
It's not the same.
It's not the same thing. It's not the same thing as staying in your face for 10 years. It's not the same thing.
All right. So would you say that about LL Cool J though? You know what I'm saying?
LL Cool J left and came back a couple times. Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, like LL Cool J is an actor now. Nobody. I mean, like, you know what I'm saying?
LL Cool J was relevant for a much longer time.
And then I don't think he never left that long to where it was like you've been gone.
And if we're not going to talk about Will Smith, if we're going to talk about Will Smith's music that was not a part of, like, let's say, his acting career, we have to talk about that song, Just the Two of Us, was the one that he did, because that was a song that actually went multi-platinum.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that was the Jiggy album.
No, it wasn't.
And I'm gonna tell you why that doesn't count.
Damn.
The reason why Just the Two of Us doesn't count is because it was like a cheat code, just like LL Cool J's "I Need Love."
Just a single?
It was a single off from one of his like.
Just the two of us. The Just the Two of Us song was for Jalen, right?
Yeah,
or whatever.
He said like "I Need Love." Stop.
Like LL Cool J's "I Need Love" was a game changer because even though Houdini and them was singing about love and shit like that, it wasn't as direct. Yeah. And it wasn't as soft and emotional. It wasn't as that
was still in the taboo days.
You couldn't do that. You couldn't.
I'll be waiting.
Yeah. You couldn't do that. You couldn't. I mean, an R&B artist like New Edition or Troop or whoever, they could sing about stuff like that.
Yeah.
But rappers couldn't do that at the time.
And I feel like our guy Philly, aka Newton, I feel like even he got soft. Like, that was still soft.
Yes. And LL Cool J he played the ladies for decades.
Yeah.
Like, it was Lounging, Who Do You Love, Backseat of My G.
And to your point, that's how he lost his card early. Yeah.
But and he had lyrical prowess, and he was
I think bars. But I think like you're saying with. If one wants to say the street, the hood, not to masculinize, but if you're saying that where he played that card, but I think he succeeded. Like,
playing to the ladies with bangers, Lounging was a banger.
And I'm not mad too, because I feel like he's...
Hey Lover was a banger.
Would you say he's one of the first to play that lane, though?
Yeah,
no?
First dude
and see, that's what I think too, you can't be mad.
Straight to the ladies?
Yeah. And you can't be mad. Casper goes, you do the...
Father MC tried it.
Okay.
But Father MC he was compared directly to Big Daddy Kane because they looked kind of similar. And
pause. Big Daddy Kane. That's what I would say. Kane did it. Well,
Kane did it. Kane.
I think it was like to the end,
I think he had an album cover with his shirt off and
the
whole
time. You remember, but
and Kane did it. But
I think L, like you said,
LL Cool J made a career. And who do we see doing that now? Drake. Drake is playing to the ladies, and it's getting him longevity for a long time. Yeah. And dudes got to respect, but really, I'm catering to these ladies.
Yeah.
It's the same type of career.
Yep. Facts.
But without Puff Daddy blowing them doors off, Will Smith couldn't have came back like that. Will Smith couldn't have came back.
Nah, never in the day.
On Wu-Tang song.
Never in the day.
Like it just wouldn't have happened.
Never in the day. You see that recent joint, the little live video of him and Jazzy Jeff getting it off in the studio? They was rhyming and busting. I like that joint. Man, forget you, she. Anyway,
and you know what? And I like positive rap. I think.
You don't think Fresh Prince got bars?
No.
Stop. Not like when I see, you know what I mean. Not like bars like he could just get in a room with Black Thought and start busting. No. I mean like D-League bars. You know what I mean? Like dad bars. Like you remember that BET cypher that year when it was like, no disrespect, Ice. It was like Rev Run and Ice Cube and like they sons that first time. I mean shit that. Like that, like them kind of bars where you're like, bro, I think Rev Run can bust. You don't think Will Smith could get in the cypher with Rev Run? No.
I don't know, man.
Is that what you do? I'm curious.
And you know what? And because he was defined by the single Summertime.
Yeah, say no more.
It was almost like a reminiscing back in Philly. We'd be out in the park. You know what I mean? And everybody knows the temperature's about 88. And, you know, like popping the water. Everybody knows those bars, but those bars don't come with what lyrical prowess comes with like this this implied. Like I'll take MCs out.
Yeah.
Like facts. You know what I mean? Like Rev Run came out the game. Him and DMC came out the game. Like we kicking. You know what I'm saying? We got it, y'all. Yeah. Like these sucker MCs, they must retire. Like it had some prowess to it. It felt like, ooh, you don't want to mess with these dudes. Yeah. You don't want to talk and say their name too loud.
You said you never felt that way.
You don't feel that way with Will Smith. He didn't have his songs. His most memorable songs aren't even about him being a dope MC. They're about Summertime.
Not mad at you. Yeah, you kind of did that one. I'm not mad at that.
Even getting jiggy with it. He was getting jiggy with it. He was loving life.
He was never. Yeah, he's never taking MCs out.
Yes, you got to take MCs out the game. That's part of being an MC.
Yeah, that's part of it. You sick, bro. You sick for that.
And I don't know.
Nah. That's real.
Nah. And no disrespect to Will Smith because Will Smith is dope, and I think that I'm a fan of positive hip hop because I know that it doesn't have to all be thugs life and all gangster shit. Like I liked Kid and Play.
Oh shit, we touched on.
I liked people who could rap about partying and dancing and kicking it, and Will Smith is one of those. No
and to your point, everybody's good at something, but like you say, some folks, this ain't it for you. No, you got cool entry level. There's positions for everybody. Some levels is entry level.
Yeah, and don't just stand there and bust a move. Young MC had a huge hit. Where is he now? Nowhere.
And like I said, everybody can get that one. You mustered a couple.
There's people. Paperboy Diddy, like people have like. Out of this world, everybody knows this song bangers. MC Breed, ain't no future in your frontin'. There's certain songs where it's just like, whoa.
Because pause, Gio, real quick.
You would assume it came with a shitload of quality behind it. Like, let me start checking for this person. No, that's not always the case.
And not to hate on my guy. Sorry, real quick.
But Will Smith actually had more than all the niggas.
I'm done with you. Right
and I'll give him that. I'll give him that.
To that point, maybe we'll also call him like
pointed out before
strategic. I'll give him that. I can call him even a niche rapper where maybe he had a bigger niche than others. Like, well, nigga, I get movies. Okay, well, nigga, there, but. He made that shit work to where there's those cats where you strategic, nigga. You caught your wave and then I'm dropping. You're like, oh shit, this nigga ain't been out in 5 years. You're like,
the niche came, and just like we just mentioned, Kid and Play. The niche came from House Party.
Facts.
Them niggas got famous.
Yeah, they cashed in on that.
For movies, and then sold music because of it.
And isn't that funny too, though?
And Will Smith took a page out of that playbook.
Facts. But you all, and he right with no movies. But you hit on something too, though. You hit on them cats too, where
do you think so?
Yeah, there was nobody else doing that before.
What's that? I was gonna say.
What are you talking about? Fat Boys?
The Fat Boys.
Disorderlies, bro.
Right.
Don't leave me.
Okay, disorderlies.
I'm sorry.
Before House Party.
And okay, the Fat Boys
Love
count.
them cats.
The Fat Boys count. but the Fat Boys didn't feel like a real.
To your point, though,
rap group.
I think
felt like It felt like they were.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
The Fat Boys felt like.
Yeah, boy, he was busting.
No,
it was Fat Boy
Marquis was
shit. Thank you, busting. Well, to your point, though, let me say this.
Biz Marquis wasn't a Fat Boy.
No, Prince
Marquis.
Prince Marquis. Thank you.
Prince Marquis D.
Prince Marquis.
Yeah, Prince Marquis D. Was cool
busting.
by himself.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was just him.
But the Fat Boys initially, because he broke out and said, "All right, look, I'm Prince Marquis D, and I can make a real song."
Yeah.
Like Heavy D could, or somebody like that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do this. Fuck these other niggas. That's how he played it because he had to ditch the act.
Yeah.
These niggas were like a cartoon.
Yeah.
The Fat Boys didn't really. They weren't. It wasn't like they were Run DMC and they had.
In real life.
They were real life. like Run DMC benefited off of Crush Groove, right?
Yes.
But they felt like a real rap group. They felt like a real rap group. They didn't feel like caricatures. Like the Fat Boys felt like
theirs was more so cameo, not like this is our movie.
But they had a couple of joints.
Yeah, and the Fat Boys made movies, cool. But their music don't really count because them niggas was clowns.
Dick. So pause, but to your point, real quick though. But real quick, so I think to your point though, are we also hitting on something though? You talking about also an era where some would say, like you said, West Coast song. Do you feel like is that a point too where the fun party era kind of it also died out?
Here's another question though. So you know what I'm saying? Why are we talking about rappers and doing music and making films and stuff like that? You know, is that something that we also go back to? You know, just to take it back to the R&B route. Do we attribute that to like the older singers back in the day? Like you know, you had your Jackson 5 that had the Jackson 5 cartoon and they had the Jackson 5 show and like you know what I mean like. You know, it's not necessarily something like, right. You know what I mean? Brandon, it's not something that was necessarily quote unquote new. It was just because the you know the hip hop genre was new. You know what I mean? Like it's not it was like a new concept of capitalizing off.
Oh yeah. I mean Michael Jackson had Moonwalker.
Yeah, Moonwalker.
And it was
but he ate off of he's still eating off of that shit.
Yeah, like it was
Moonwalker the video game.
Bro, he's still eating off of that shit, bro.
He Captain EO game,
bro. I'm just saying, let alone that.
Captain EO,
Captain EO,
Moonwalker, all that shit, bro.
And all his music videos were like movies.
Gas.
And I mean,
originator. Hey, there would be no pause. We're talking R&B. Is there real quick pause? Host Hakeem Rahim, great DJ, CME. Of course, you know the real Moonwalker. One, I forgot what the fuck I was gonna say, but look. I had to do introduction and shit. Multiple jobs. Keep going. I forgot what I was going to say. I'm sorry.
All I'm saying is, they capitalize off. You just won't see another level of talent and skill and popularity like Michael Jackson. Like this is not going to be the same. There's never going to be another person like that.
I was going to hit you with some shit.
Dude was like not really human.
Oh no!
Well, yeah, like to reach the same level of height, because I mean, you did have like Sammy Davis Jr. and shit like that, but it's like
Sammy Davis Jr. was not Michael Jackson.
He was not MJ. He's not. Like it was just like, bruh, like James Brown can't act for shit. Yeah. Like,
I mean, there's celebrities and then there's music stars.
But like I'm talking about people that actually tried to make the transition to TV. Like that's what I'm saying. You tried to make the transition,
not everybody could do it,
and it didn't work. You know what I mean? Because like you don't have the talent, but like there are people that actually made the transition and it worked. Like Michael Jackson made Wiz. You know what I'm saying? Like
yes,
the Wiz. Like you know what I mean? Like that shit was like bruh.
Yeah. I mean, dude was. It's just not
human, man.
It's not human.
He had the Wiz. He had Thriller. He had fucking like. I mean, even Thriller, like, let's keep it real. It's a short film. Like, that's not like a music video. It's a short fucking film.
Short film.
You know what I mean?
No, pause. Hey, I remember. Thank you for saying that. See, the tree be letting you know real quick.
Yeah.
Short film. opened doors for motherfuckers like Hype Williams, Benny Booms, the era where we got videos. And I'm sorry, y'all, not to say, but on the shit you were saying, videos, music, movies, all that shit to where
without
we
those
got short films like
videos.
that where it's like, whoa, because of motherfuckers, Busta Rhymes, Missy Elliott videos, because of motherfuckers like Michael Jackson. Yeah. I'm sorry, I cut the fuck off the scene. That was just, I felt you once you hit that, I was like, yo, but you totally right, bro. Visually, these motherfuckers changed the landscape beyond just musically, like.
And that's another avenue that's escaping us culturally is the music video. Like it's like music videos oftentimes complimented or even made the song.
You know what? Yeah, that's a proof to that, a testament to that right now. There's a fucking amazing music video out right now.
What you guys see?
The 21 Savage J. Cole A Lot. I don't know if y'all seen that video.
No.
That video is amazing. Like,
what's amazing about it?
Huh?
What's amazing about it?
I
like the track, but the video.
Okay. I don't want to ruin it for you. Watch the video.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's like if I sit there and tell you about it, it's just like nah. It's like there's certain things where it's just like I didn't expect that. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah, and even the Drake and Future video where they're working a bunch of blue collar jobs. I like that video.
Yeah.
But there's no venue, there's no platform for those videos. There's no like MTV Jam, there's no like BET, there's no none of that.
Is MTV Jams not on no more?
I don't know.
There's no show because it's like YouTube, you know, the internet killed it. Yeah. And like it's just like nobody.
And plus,
I thought that
they ruined BET. Like you think about
it's like
Video LP, Video Soul. And now we're talking about old shit. Like niggas who a lot of people won't even know what I'm talking about. Video Soul, Donnie Simpson, Hits from the Street, Rachel from Caribbean Rhythms, the BET Nightly News.
Why are you doing this like this?
All of this stuff wasn't just music. It was music culture.
We're now dating R&B is dead beyond us dating R&B.
But it's just like
facts though. We got to do our history.
All of it was wrapped around music culture,
yes,
and not just the music. So
hits from the streets.
And even
Cousin Jeff's Corner.
Even MTV.
Boo, fly, boo, milk it.
Boo, side, boo.
I felt like Viacom bought BT and just turned it into a rerun station. Like legit, no original programming, no nothing. Like
we just gonna syndicate some shit.
Yeah, I don't even think that there's no space for music videos or a channel like that. Mm-hmm. I think that there just isn't one.
Yeah,
you feel me? Like.
Yeah.
Even Diddy tried to do it for a little bit with Revolt. You know, and we still got Revolt, but
even so, he had to do other shit.
Yeah, it's
podcasts. He bought Drink Champs.
You know.
Yes. And so Diddy, Nori works for Diddy. Anyway.
It's I think it's also because the focus changed. If I'm an artist,
thank you. I wanted to.
It's like if I'm an artist, would I rather make a video for TV that's going to get played for a second or so, but I'm not going to get as many royalties off it if I throw it on YouTube and that shit gets like a couple of million streams.
Yeah.
That's royalty for life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So just like if you getting if you like, what is it? They say something like at 300,000 subscribers or 300,000 views, you're getting a royalty check of $6,000 per month or some shit like that.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna say it like this: there is still room for a channel.
Oh yeah, you're absolutely right.
That wraps around music culture and includes music videos like a countdown or whatever.
You're absolutely right.
And 106 in Park, or you know what I mean? Like you literally have the most requested videos of the day or whatever, and there's
still a market.
Yeah, and on top of that, people are so ADHD and they don't have any patience that you could YouTube something that's on TV and it'll have a bazillion views on it. Why? It's because people want to see it at the moment that they're fucking talking about it. They want to show their friend what they're looking at. Yep. They want to bring it up again. They want to see it after. They want to see it at midnight.
Or I want to watch my videos. Playlists and so on.
And if I'm obsessed with, Chris Brown, his video is not going to come on enough times a day for me. I'm gonna be on YouTube with it.
And to your point now, I don't come on at all, goddamn.
Yes, but in the hypothetical situation where there's a BET,
right?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
If there's you still gonna watch 106 in Park. Mm-hmm. You still want to see who comes on the couch.
You know,
you still want to see what they ask.
You know what?
You still all of that shit, and then you can put the same footage on YouTube, and a bazillion, quadrillion niggas will watch it afterwards. Because everybody's talking about it.
You know what? They tried to bring 106 back, like about a year ago or something like that, but went off there. Like didn't get those views.
Yeah, and
they tried.
And a lot of times
TRL
you see people make half-ass attempts at trying stuff, and we don't really know the details of how it fell through or what happened, or what market, what viewership they were looking for, versus what they got, and if they had the patience to catch up, or if they had to do some tricks and get the show higher rated. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or play around with the slot, the time that it comes on, or whatever. Niggas didn't do none of that. So all of this trying is like
it's wash for what?
I'm not saying, because I'm not an expert in TV and film. I'm not an industry insider. But my logic says a music channel would
do well.
like some Diddy obviously thought so.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I just think that there could be a bigger platform for like a Revolt or like a Vice or some shit like that.
It almost makes you wonder why not. But too, I think to your point,
you know why.
But, I mean,
so we're gonna say that for our next episode, y'all. But right, it just I think backs up to your favorite argument is just on the industry side, right? Two, what you want to put out, what you're not putting out. But two, it's like, damn. I also wonder where sometimes I'm like, did the industry also create a monster with this internet thing? Did you create a monster off the chain you can't even tame it to where also it's like a lot of you motherfuckers is losing money unless you've also leveled up on us to where you're consolidated. We're moving over now to the cloud. You know what I mean? We don't know what your move is yet, but I'm like to your point where you niggas losing a lot of money on this internet shit. And I'm like, all these new motherfuckers coming in. I'm like, but you can always buy somebody. I don't know what you thinking, because I'm just like, it intrigues me too. So I'm like, it's not like motherfuckers is not watching videos anymore. I know if you go get a cut core, you get a cut sheet. I know you like to do your shit. You know what I mean? But if you go to a spot, like you said, niggas on YouTube, let me put on this, whatever. You're like, there's plenty of folks trying to watch videos.
Yeah, I think that there's space for it. I think culturally we're getting the short end of the stick, but. I mean,
next episode.
Yeah, I don't know.
I know it's a deeper conversation,
but because you can't really hold back technology forever, and so just like big oil, they try to prevent the electric car from coming out, and even hybrids. There was a lot of pushback against that, and
it's a nuclear bomb on the road.
Yeah, they don't want that to happen because they don't want to lose their bazillions of dollars. And people are hooked. They have to get around, so they have to buy gas.
You know what I mean?
And they're not trying to take a lot of those folks off the road. Anyway, but that's just greed because you're already rich.
Thank you.
You're already anyway. But just like whoever made CDs was probably like, "What the hell's going on here?" when the internet came out because. Now all of a sudden, and especially when the iPod came out. Yeah. When the iPod came out, it was a wrap.
It's a wrap.
There's no point in buying a physical copy of anything anymore. Everything you can download and everything you can put on your iPod or whatever. You don't have a CD stack or a CD book in your car anymore with pages of CDs. Yeah. You don't have that anymore. And I'm sure whoever was making CDs had a lot of money and probably even some influential power. Yeah. They couldn't stop the shit from happening.
Couldn't beat it, son. And
just like, I'm sure they wanted the internet not to come out.
Fuck this internet.
I'm sure somebody wanted the internet not to come out. Right. But the shit happened anyway.
It had to. And look where we are. But once again, R&B is dead. Your host with the most, Hakeem Raheem, DJ CME, your favorite house DJ's favorite DJ. Emil the Real.
And R&B is definitely dead.
Yeah, well, it's dead.